Welcome home. We are WNST. Tassel, Baltimore. Baltimore Positive. We are in the quiet room. We're really, and this is perfect for you, Leonard Raskin, because today is your birthday, correct? Tomorrow's your birthday. Okay, so
12th.
Monday's my birthday. We're recording this on the 11th. We're at Pizza John's in Essex. It's quiet here. We have a little fanfare. We're in the game room. This is the birthday room. This is the room that they built about 15, 20 years ago. It's got open light,
Beautiful.
ceiling light.
Great.
It's an addition room here. And this is the room that, like, I'm not going to plug Chuck E. Cheese because nobody would go there for real pizza anyway, right? Everybody in Essex comes here to Pizza John's. Pizza John's is legendary. Everybody in the East Side knows, but Leonard Raskin is West Side. So I had to bring him out here today. I have the lure of the Maryland Lottery scratch-off tickets. I have some Raven scratch-offs here that we're going to be giving away here today. Been a lucky batch. Our friends at Liberty Pure Solutions put us out on the Oyster Tour, and people know that I order the pineapple and ham.
Wow. Look at that.
And pepperoni. You got to get the pepperoni on there. You get a little color. So, and this is my empty plate. This is what the plate looks like when I'm done with the little pepperoni cups. You get a little dirty plate there at Pizza John's. But Leonard, tell everybody where you're from, because you ain't from around here. You ain't from Essex.
I ain't from here, hon.
I said it right? Essex. That's how
Essex?
my mother
With a
called
Z?
it Essex.
With the Z's.
Look, when you're from Dundalk, and I don't want Mr. Pete to hear this, but I always said I put that sex in Essex. You know what I mean?
There you go.
But what happens when we went to Skateland up here, up behind the A1 and Al's Seafood? My girlfriend, this fella here says he's from Hamburg Avenue, right up the street here. I don't know your name. What's your name? Dean. Dean's from Hamburg Avenue.
There you go.
And I said my second girlfriend in the world was on Hamburg Avenue, but she's on the other side of 702 before 702 was built. So my parents, I've been coming to Pizza John's as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember a life not coming to Pizza John's. And if you look, you'll see it was originally right here on the wall. It was a stand-up little sub-shop pizza
place.
It was a countertop.
Yeah, got it.
You had to stand out on the street, and it was like that Cane's Chicken. There was a line down the street to get in because you couldn't get through the door, right? It's expanded many times. And I don't know if Mr. Pete stole the Pizza John's man, the famous man that stands out in front with the pizza, if he took that from Shoney's Big Boy. Remember when Shoney had the Big Boy? He put his plate out there. But we've always had... I guess that's John. That is Mr.
Pizza
John. It's the Big John, that stands out and offers you pizza right out here on Back River Neck Road. And it's tucked away. And the reason you would know about it if you're from west side of town, anywhere in the west side of town, is that you would golf down at Rocky Point, or you would go to the beaches. And my childhood, Ocean City was exotic. Ocean City might as well have been Tahiti or the Seychelles or the Northern Lights, which we'll get into in a minute.
Absolutely.
But my parents would take us down Back River Neck Road here to Porter's and to Rocky Point. And so all my childhood, that's where we would get the little stubby top natty bows. My mom with her little one piece, you know what I mean, back in the 70s, you know. So this is your first. You've been to Essex before.
I have, but I don't want to tell you why.
Precinct?
What's that?
Was it Precinct?
No, Precinct, no.
Well, So I
grew up in Randallstown.
All right, go ahead.
That's my hometown.
Homeland, all right.
So my family has a cemetery out here.
Okay.
Rosedale Cemetery.
Okay.
It's where all the Jewish folks are buried.
I know about this.
Big Jewish cemetery.
Sure, you always see Stars of David.
That's
sure, right? Okay.
So I've been out there many times for funerals.
Okay.
But I've never come left. We always go right past Golden Ring down the road, and then you hang a right and you're at the cemetery.
You had to mention funeral to me because we lost Phil Jackman this week.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm going to his funeral. I'll start to cry. I'm going to hold it together. Phil would say, "What the hell are you crying for?" I lived a good life. And he did.
That's all we can hope.
But yeah, you mentioned it's been a week, dude. Like, we got the football game, Baltimore, Washington. We'll get to that. We've been doing plenty of that. You got the cap season starting
tomorrow. I think
I told you when I was telling you stories 2 weeks ago at Costas.
Yeah, there
are very few Capitol stories in my life at the Capitol Center that did not involve Phil Jackman.
Yeah,
I mean, Phil was my guy 98%, unless I had a date or unless he wasn't going to the game. I'm out of town. You're on your own, kid. And then I'd have to drive. But he would call me when I lived on Kane Street, 410-633-7676. He'd call me, and the phone would ring. It's caller ID 410-254 with Jackman's home number. And I pick up the phone. Jackman here. 5:15. Be ready. Be on the curb. And I would walk outside at 5:15, and he'd pull up in his little cream Nissan Sentra, and I'd get in the passenger seat, and he would drive like a maniac. A maniac, Phil Jackman. Down 295. Get the hell out of the way. And he had that whole, like, Western Massachusetts thing. And I'm going to use a word here that's not a family word, even though this is a family place, and I don't think I'll get in trouble with the FCC for this. Because Jackman, I thought about this last night. He had a curse word that he used that was all unto him. And I think I can even use it on the radio because the way he said it, it didn't even – I'll let you try to decipher what it was. And I wrote today that he was the ultimate BS detector. So Jackman did not suffer fools. Jackman would give Chad Steele and Greg Bader about as much time as I give them. You know what I mean? Like from a human standpoint, from just he would say when someone played poorly, like if you would go down and like the night the Caps lose 5-2 to the Oilers or something, he'd say, Scott Stevens, shit, is what he would say. So that was his word.
There you go.
You know, so it was a combination of a beautiful animal, you know, that Charlie Ekman loved, and Minor. So that was his insult.
That's it.
So, and his daughters, who clearly loved him more than I did, we were reminiscing on text the other day, and they'd say, no doubt he would forget their names. So he had two names. What's his name? And who's it? Who's it? Who's it? Dean, who's it? So he would say, who's it? And what's his name?
And what's his name?
So those were his things.
Who's it's on first?
So that's it.
And what's his name's on second?
He's hot shit.
That's great.
So Leonard Raskin is my guest. He's Raskin. I don't have your crab mallet because I used it.
It's all good.
I washed your crab mallet in the sink.
When you use it, you got to wash it.
I forgot your crab soup. I just looked at you, and I realized, because here's what happened. Tell everybody about your party last week, because you had a hell of a party. Give your plug to Conrad's. Come on.
We had a big party at Conrad's Crabs in Phoenix, Maryland.
How many years for Raskin Global now?
37 for Raskin Global.
So it was your birthday / annual party.
Yeah, we have an annual bash for clients, friends, people that come along, people they bring along, people they want us to meet, etc. And so last couple of years, it's been at Conrad's right in Phoenix.
Next year, it's going to be here at Pizza John's because he's going to fall in love with this pineapple pizza.
There you go.
Look at this. Look at this pizza. You had beautiful crabs, but were they as beautiful as this pizza was? They were really big crabs.
They were big crabs.
We
get jumbo crabs.
I told my wife, you are not going to be the guy getting the twos.
No.
You're getting the ones.
I had a woman that couldn't come. She couldn't make it. And this is what she said to me. She sent me a text. And she said, I'm really sorry I can't make it. I understand her circumstances in her life. She couldn't make it. And she said, nobody has better crabs than the Raskins. And I said, I'll be careful how you say that.
My wife, I said, I hurt my hip eating crabs at your party last Saturday. I came from yoga.
Hurt your hip? Eating crabs.
I'll tell you the story, but you had crabs.
We had crabs.
It was your birthday.
Some pit beef.
You gave an appropriately short speech.
We had some pit turkey.
Right? You basically said you're old as dirt.
I'm old as dirt.
60 years, this guy tomorrow.
60
years tomorrow.
So I said, you know.
And you're at Pizza John's for the first time in your life.
Birthdays aren't really a thing. You know, they're a thing every year.
Find out the first 59 years were a mistake is what you're going to find out.
There you go.
You know?
And what I said was 60. What was the word you used?
Shit.
Yeah, 60-something.
It's something. It's some stuff. You know, it's some ish.
21, you get to drink. 30, 40, 50. Didn't really mean it. It was just a birthday. It's just another day. 55.
Hold on. You're a tax guy. Isn't 59 and a half something about the 401k?
Yeah, you can take your IRA.
Right?
Am I right? Your IRA money out without penalty.
Because I knew 59 and a half means something,
it's a
right?
Stupid government.
As a guy who turns 56 in 3 days, well, I don't have any money to give away, so I got to work for a living.
Means you can take money out of your IRA without a 10% government penalty.
Okay. So
that passed. That's fine. And then 60's like here, and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, darn.
What do you get?
60. It just feels that number. Just when I was young, 60 was old as dirt, man. 60 feels old.
Sharon here has been serving me pizza for years and years and years, and she came up when I ordered my pizza, and she said, "It's your birthday. You ice cream cake?" I said, "No, I'm going to get 56 pepperonis."
There you go.
56 pepperonis on my pepperoni. Now, you've never had a pineapple pizza, or have you not?
I'm not a pineapple pizza pepperoni guy, but I'll try it. So then I'll be.
I don't want you getting nauseous on. You just walked in here. I want to get you the pizza you want.
No, I love pineapple. Here's the thing. I love pineapple.
You're a guy that eats ice cream after you have crabs.
It's a must. You have a crab feast, and then later you have ice cream. I don't drink beer. Just because I don't drink. But I am a pepperoni guy.
All right, so this
100%.
I was explaining to Sharon and to Dean over here.
And I like the pepperoni
Essex.
so you can't see the cheese.
And I say Essex the right way. We were talking about Subhaven earlier,
like
Captain
the cheese.
Harvey's and cheesesteaks. So we'll get the cheesesteaks.
Captain Harvey's. There you go.
They have so much food here that I had to get the menu out because I didn't know they had fish here. Patrick's like, get the chicken parm, get the meatballs. I've had the meatball subs. I
didn't know we had hot
cold
dogs.
cut. She didn't want to do the show. Now she's up here. They have hot dogs here, she's telling me. Who would come to Pizza John's to get a hot dog? You get pizza when you're at Pizza John. So I didn't even know what else is on the menu here, right? They do waffle cut. They have all these things. But this is a bastardized version of the Hawaiian pizza. So the Hawaiian pizza is the imported ham. They import that from Dundalk.
Yeah.
Is what they do. And so
long way.
So you have ham and pineapple. So my wife made a really tragic error 2 weeks ago. You're wearing your Raven gear here. You're all ravened up.
Purple.
So the Ravens game, I want to say it was the Raiders game. It was the Raiders game.
Okay.
It was the Raiders game. That day we played a 1 o'clock game. We went to dinner with Marvin. We had the oyster tour going on, right? Before she had her emergency down in Florida was that day. So that Sunday morning, she's doing her errands, running around. And I said, look, I want a pizza for game time. You're going to be back at 1 o'clock. So 12:40, she's running around. She's like, what kind of pizza? I'm like, whatever you get me, I'm watching the game. She's, I'm going to get Hawaiian. I'm like, all right. She said, do you want to call? I'm like, look, it's 20 minutes to the game. Come on. She's like, all right, I'll call. Okay. She said, what's the number? I'm like, 410-687-7733. I've been calling it my whole life. I don't need to look the number up. 410-687-7733. It's a really easy number. I've been dialing that number.
Forever,
all my life, right? And I'm not I'm not going to order my pizza on it. I call and I talk to somebody like Sharon or one of the girls at the front, Patrick, somebody, and I order my pizza. So Jen orders a pizza. She comes home. She walks in. First time out, I'm like, I'm going to go get a slice of pizza, 10 after 1, right? I open the pizza box.
Uh-oh.
And it's missing the pepperoni. And she said, I ordered Hawaiian, not Hawaiian with pepperoni. And I'm like, it wasn't the same. So I can't tell you to come here and get a Hawaiian pizza because I'll be like, it's good, it's fine. It's if you like ham, you like pie. But the thing that makes this special,
the pepperoni.
Well, the 56 pepperonis for me, 60 for you because I got you extra pepperoni. And see, they make them so they crisp up and you get that special Italian oil.
Is that what it is?
It's exactly what it is.
Okay.
It's Italian olive oil.
Okay.
In the middle of those pepperonis.
Okay.
And that's what makes it
extra special.
Well, I was going to say abundanza, but that's a different pizza company.
There you go.
That's
okay.
My wife and I were wondering, who the hell would order frozen pizza? Who would come to Essex and not go to Pizza John? I mean, this is the Roost Chris of Essex. Everybody knows that.
There you go.
So you haven't had any yet. So you're looking forward to this, aren't you?
I'm ready. Absolutely.
This will be the highlight of your birthday. So I plugged your Comrades event.
We had a great event.
So the event ends. And by the way, my love to Tom Davis. I didn't see him. I was looking forward to seeing him because you have people I know. He wasn't able to make it. But I was looking forward to meeting him. I sat down, and I was like Fred Flintstone, dude. I walked in. Your sisters want to hug me. Your mother, your uncle, everybody wants to give me. I'm like, look, let's get off a yoga mat. Let me sit down. I don't want to touch anybody because I'm eating food. You know how I am, right?
Yep.
I didn't move for like an hour and a half. I sat there, and I was like, 1 crab, 2 crab, 3 crab, 4, 5 crab, 6 crab, 7 crab, more. And my wife's like, dude, I've never seen you eat more than 3 crabs, and I'm on like the 7th one, and there was one berry.
And
I'm like, give me another one before I washed my hands. I took 1 halftime. I got one of those awful beers. It was a smoky beer.
I don't know.
Oh, my God. Well, you don't drink beer.
Right.
It tasted like a fire in a can. If you like that, it was crazy.
It's kind of like bourbon, huh?
It was really something. And I passed around the table, and everybody drank it, and they're like, that's something. So I didn't drink any beer, and I didn't drink any water. So I eat all these crabs. I ate the pit beef. I had chocolate cake, regular cake.
Ice cream.
I had ice cream.
Miss Twist.
Oh, I had 2.
Miss Twist. There you go.
He brought an ice cream truck out in the parking lot.
That's right.
Butterscotch. They had wet nuts.
They had it
Can
all.
I say that on the radio?
You can say that.
I had wet nuts.
They had it all.
I said, I had it all. And we went back in, and I said to my wife, and she's been threatening for since July, because we go to do the show at Costas, and she always, when she goes to Costas, she gets the crab soup. She loves the crab soup at Costas. That's what she does. So she's going to make crab soup, and now it's October, and the party's breaking down, and my belly's like full of ice cream, and I had like 8 crabs. It's insane how many crabs I had.
That's good eating.
I had a lot of crabs, but you had a couple dozen sort of left, and all your people had left and blown up.
Yeah.
Jimmy Buffett and the Tom Petty band, they're done. The ice cream trucks begging me to take one for the road.
Right.
I didn't have any problem doing. I had butterscotch for the road. And my wife starts putting some crabs. We talked to Kathy, and we're like, hey, you should take the crabs home. And I said, we're going to make soup.
There you go. I'm waiting for my crab soup.
So my wife made, I'm telling you, a vat. I mean, and I picked about, you sent us home with maybe like 9 or 10 crabs. I picked them all. All the legs 18 legs went in. And I picked all the crabs. She and I picked the crabs after the football game on Sunday.
Yep.
So the Ravens played, no, Ravens played 8 o'clock game? They played.
Sunday night.
No, they played the afternoon game last week.
Yeah.
So they played Cincinnati. It's 4 o'clock. We picked the crabs. She made the soup. Now this is where it gets controversial. Okay, so the last time we did this was 3 summers ago. Chad the Crab Man, I was on the original crab cake tour, gave me a pound of crab meat that we put in, and Damie from Fadley's gave her some seasoning. So we came home. And my mother was Southern. So my mother made it with bacon to give it a little flavor.
Sure.
I love fire roasted tomatoes. That's a little oregano. That's more Greek style. You know, the way Greek a soup would be. And then
so we're mixing
Southern is okra.
Okay.
So my wife in the summer goes down to the farmer's market. She gets white corn, Silver Queen corn.
Yep.
And she bags it all. So we have fresh, beautiful, white, sweet,
as good as it gets,
August corn in there. Fresh green beans, fresh okra, and then all your traditional lima beans are in there. That might not be traditional, but a real tomato-based soup with.
Yeah.
So we pick all the crab, put it in there, and the last 3 nights I've been eating the soup.
And you just let it stew for.
But what happens is the legs are in the soup.
Yep.
And I have a cutting board next to my sink, and I've been using the Raskin Global
crab mallet.
So I don't have it on hand, is what I'm telling you. So the last 2 nights, it's been in my sink, and I'm actually washing
to get ready for more soup.
So I'm using your crab mallet only on the claws
for
the soup that we forgot, and I'm going to text my wife right now, and let's see. I'm going to text her and say, I forgot the soup. I forgot Leonard's soup, and she's going to freak out.
That's it.
Because she froze you a quart, a pint, a thing. It's a thing.
Well, she's on the way home. Is she home?
I have the car. So
no, I'm saying, is she home?
Yes, you're going to get it on the way home.
I'll just stop on the way home.
Please get it.
I will. Tell her I'm going to
It is
stop
your
by.
birthday.
That's it.
You bought me crabs for your birthday, which is my birthday.
She made me crab soup.
I'm going to send you home today with whatever you want on this menu and at Pizza John's, because we're in Essex. Leonard Raskin is here. I'm going to send you home with certainly pizza. I'm definitely going to send you home with a cheesesteak because I love the cheesesteaks here. That's my thing. We're going to get some proper crinkle-cut French fries and gravy, East Side style.
Sounds good.
Fries and gravy
Sounds
we're going to get. And we're going to talk some sports, and we're going to talk about birthdays. And I don't even know what our topic's going to be. The Maryland Lottery sends us out for these things. I have scratch-offs. This has been the Lucky Batch. Dean from Essex has come by. I've already eaten 2 slices of pizza. I think we're going to do like a whole thing on the history of Pizza John's today because I wanted to. And they called me this summer, and this is swear to God, and this is, Brett will talk about this. He called me this summer. They always see me in here getting pizza.
Yep.
And he's like, how's our advertising doing? I'm like, no, you haven't. They had an agency. And I said, you haven't advertised in like 2 years with me. He's like, well, that's bad. That has to change. So I was down here like literally the next day with Michelle and Brett in the thing, and they're like, "We're coming back on. You love our pizza. Nobody loves your pizza more than you. I can't believe we're not advertising that." Like literally, it was that. It was literally, I can't believe we're not on with you. We need to change that.
There we go.
And I said, "Well, I have a crab cake tour," and they said, "Well, we have a crab cake here." And I said, "I know you do, because I had it a couple of years ago.
Yep.
Before the plague, they put it on the menu because every sub shop in Dundalk had a crab cake.
Sure.
And they're all different.
Right.
And they're all pretty good.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are fried. I think this is a broiled one here.
Okay.
I love me a fried hockey puck, and I'll tell them that's the way my mother did them. I'm East Side. I grew up poor. I mean, I like my Gucci, jumbo lump, and my Fadley's friends and Costas. I mean, all my places, Lord knows Coco's bringing one as big as your head. But I like a simple crab cake. I don't think they went out of their way. He's going to tell the story, but they have a crab cake here. So I'm going to send you home with a bunch of delicious food here for your birthday.
Game. Absolutely. Happy birthday to me.
And you can stop up and pick some crab. The crab soup is delicious, too.
I'm going to do it. I was going to have it for dinner.
The okra's a little tough. You got to get through that because the okra just wound up being that way. But how are you? How's your birthday? I mean,
great.
Do you have anything you want to say, but it's our birthday? You don't believe in Libra. You don't believe in any of that, right?
I couldn't tell you. I mean, I know I'm a Libra because I know I'm a Libra.
The scales.
Yeah, I know what it is.
But I don't,
but it's not my thing.
I don't think you and I are alike in any way, politically or otherwise.
Except we like sports. I love sports, and we love sports and money and crabs.
Well, we talked baseball earlier in the week. Since the last time we talked, we've had a bunch of things happen. First off,
Lots of playoffs.
Phillies got eliminated. The Mets got in. The Yankees. New York has two teams in the championship
series.
That's like an amazing thing,
Could
right?
be a Subway Series. What do you think the network's like about that?
I attended the last net.
You think they're loving
series.
a Subway Series, Yankees Mets?
Well, as we sit here, we got Game 5 sort of on there where
Padres Dodgers.
I am pulling for the Padres and the Guardians, and that may be dangerous to even say that. I this close to wearing my Tony Gwynn jersey today. But tell me in Radiolandia what I'm wearing here, because this is
that an Earl Campbell?
This is my Earl Campbell throwback. And my wife doesn't get me like a birthday gift anymore because I'm really hard to buy for, in that way, right? And, all I want is some pizza. You know what I wanted for my birthday, honey? I wanted pepperoni on my Hawaiian pizza.
That's right.
Right? I wanted Leonard to have his crab. My wife made me crab soup for my birthday. So
perfect.
It's beautiful, right?
Beautiful.
So, my birthday this year, today's the birthday show here at Pizza Town. We did it at Drug City last year, so Dundalk to Essex, perfect. Love my friends at Drug City over there. Give them some love, Chuck, everybody. Last year I did a smoked, fancy schmancy rye. What do they call it? Not Cosmopolitan. What do they call that drink? The one with the smoke and the ice and the whiskey and the
old fashioned.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Right?
You're 60 now. You can have one of those, right?
Oh, I'm allowed.
I was 55 last year.
Even if they card me.
I was on my 55th birthday. I had an old-fashioned, me and Gina Shock and my son.
There you go.
And Gina Shock was only there because she was shopping in Drug City.
That's
I
great.
literally was backing out, and she's like, "Hey, what are you doing here? I'm buying you a drink for your birthday." That's pretty good, Gina.
That's good.
So today, when I went to get my closet, I had like this beautiful shirt, Robert Graham shirt that I picked out, and I'm working on Zips as a dry cleaner. Like maybe do some business with them.
Sure.
So I was gonna wear something fancy. And I thought, you know what? What's a thing I bought myself this year that I love and adore that I haven't worn? It's thick. It's. I put it on and I wore it in front of my wife. When she took one look at me, she's like, "That's like a great looking sweater." I'm like, I told you that when I bought it on the internet. This is like a $200 piece, right?
Yeah.
I paid $42 delivered on eBay for this,
Houston
and it actually
Oilers.
fits me, man. This is my Earl Campbell look. I've actually done the Billy White Shoes Johnson dance with him on the set, but this thing is just a beautiful.
That's nice.
This is and it's warm and it's patched up. And I love it, and I have not worn it.
He was something else.
So you buy something on the internet, right?
Yep.
It comes,
Yep.
and it had a little stain, it had a little red stain over
off.
here, whatever. 3 times I washed it real good, got it right. So this is the first time I've worn it because I bought it it was 100 degrees when I bought this thing in July, right? And I thought this is going to be my gamer on cold days, and this is my birthday gift to me for $42. You're my financial advisor. Did I do okay?
You did a great job. It's a great shirt.
I have great sponsors like Raskin Global and Pizza John's that allow me to still have nice things from time to time.
That's what it's all about. The American dream.
Did you see the Northern Lights or did you not?
I did not. So here's the thing I will tell you. I am, as I saw on your posts, It's something I absolutely positively want to see.
Okay.
We talked about the boy is in Ireland.
Right.
We know this. He's done at Ohio State. He's now at Trinity College, Dublin, Ireland. And we have set up a family trip in the spring when he's on spring break. Kathy and I are going to meet Matthew in Iceland.
And you're going to try.
And we're going to hopefully see.
When you say hopefully see the Northern Lights, it is a very fleeting thing.
That's right.
And more than that, you are giving your vacation now over to shift sleep. So when I'm saying,
no, that's it.
If you want to see the Northern Lights, you have to stay up all night.
Right. So we'll do that, and we'll catch it.
I think everybody in Baltimore realized that after Thursday night.
I get it.
People are reaching to me thinking I was like a Northern Lights expert. I'm going to do a whole segment on this when we get back.
We were in Alaska. The problem is we were in Alaska in the summer, and there's no dark.
There's no dark, right.
So we couldn't see anything.
Gets dark at 11:30, dusky at 3 a.m., the sun's back up.
You don't want to be there in the winter because then you just freeze.
It's the winter, right.
It's the winter. So it's no light, but it's ridiculously cold. So I want to see it. So we're touring up there, and we went into this little town. I don't remember the name of it. Little town. We were on a cruise ship, so it was one of the cruise ships.
Summer in Alaska.
On a little town.
You recommend Alaska?
Oh, it's a great, majestic, magnificent.
I mean, yeah.
Magnificent.
Okay, yes.
Absolutely. So we go into this little town. It's like the place where they would have filmed Northern Exposure. Remember that?
Sure.
So we're looking for moose. There's no moose walking in the street, but that kind of town. I think the show might have even been based on that town. And we go into this store, and this woman is a photographer, and she's got magnificent art in the place on glass, on silver, and on canvas of the Northern Lights. It was amazing. And my son said, why don't you buy one? You love it. Why don't you buy one? I said, I'm not going to buy one until I see it.
Okay.
Because I don't want to buy one that's just arbitrary and then go see it and get let down because I'm looking at this picture. So I want to see it first. So anyway, I was in Indianapolis the last 3 days at a conference.
You flew home this morning?
I flew home late last night.
Late Thursday night, so you missed it.
So
you weren't in the plane? You didn't see it in the plane?
Didn't see it in the plane. Didn't think, because I wouldn't have noticed. You
should have sat on the left side of the plane.
I didn't know who knew. Nobody knew. And then
No, I knew, but go ahead.
Okay, then I get home.
You can know on the Northern Lights, but you can only know within hours.
Right.
You
So
get
I get
hours.
home.
You don't get days.
I get home, and it's 9 o'clock, and I'm having dinner because I hadn't eaten because I'm on a flight. Didn't eat before. Get home, eating. And then I got a little work to do. I'm checking some emails because I had been in business all day and then on a flight. I'm checking my emails. And then I guess it was about 11 o'clock. And I clicked into the Facebook. And there was as much purple on Facebook as there is Ravens.
If they won the Super Bowl.
The Ravens won the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. Everything is purple and pink and green. And it's like 3 hours ago, 2 hours ago. I'm like.
You missed it.
I must have missed it.
I have
Is tonight another chance? Is tonight another chance?
Hold on. I have the website. Hold on. This is the time of the day. It's about 2 in the afternoon as we tape this that they start to forecast that they know it's not looking good right now.
No.
That's the actual forecast.
Oh, my goodness.
So I have it on my phone now.
That's wild.
All right, we're break. I'm at Pizza John's. This is my favorite pizza to order here. But I love the Supreme. I do. I mean, I would get you a nice, colorful pepperoni. What I love is pepperoni, green pepper, mushroom, and sausage. That's my pizza. Those 4 toppings.
Got it.
Olives, black olives, too.
I'm a pepperoni guy.
This has pepperoni and pineapple and ham. This is the Hawaiian pizza with pepperoni. We're going to rename that the Dundalk Venezuelan Special. It's going to be like ordering animal style at In-N-Out. We're at Pizza John's. This is what a dirtied up plate looks like at Pizza John's after I've had my pizza. 410-687-7733. I'm promoting Pizza John's. I promote Pizza John's all the time. I have the cups. I have all the fun. My mom's favorite pizza place.
Well, there you go.
So.
Gotta be.
So my mom loved all the pictures on the wall from 1977,
yes.
81, 85. Mr. John with the big boy pizza ad on back River Neck Road. So Leonard Raskin's here. Tell me what you do. Raskin Global.
We do money.
American Dream. Right.
We do money. We do everything.
Like Dusty Rhodes.
There you go. The biggest thing I think we should share is what's really important. People don't think they have enough money to do financial stuff. Like, I don't have enough money. We spend, we earn, we don't have money.
I didn't think I had enough money to see the Northern Lights. And the first thing I said to my wife this morning is, we saved thousands of dollars.
Right, don't have to go to Iceland. Don't have to go to Alaska. But we help people understand that there's a relationship between income and savings and assets, and it doesn't have to be that way. You earn. That's fine. But every time you earn more doesn't mean you have to spend more. And a lot of people get trapped in that. We are, as a society, so advertised too, which is great. Okay, we all have advertisers, and that's fantastic.
Keep up with the Joneses, except Luke Jones.
But here you go. But we get barraged, and what we end up doing is we earn more, and we spend more. And sometimes we spend more than we earn. So what we help people to do is understand and how to control their cash flow, how to put away money, how to become an expert saver. And then once you become an expert saver, you can start investing that money, you protect your family, you do all the right things, and then you got all this extra money. And when you have all this extra money that's invested and sitting and growing and you're protected for your family, then you can buy the jersey, you can take the trip, you can go see the Northern Lights, wherever they are. You can do all the things that you've always wanted to do that you never thought you quite could. But you can if you just understand. We have people that don't make a ton of money. People say, "Oh, you're a financial advisor. Which you must
got to be
have a
rich
minimum.
to have you. Right?
You got to be rich to hire me." We have people that I've worked with couples for 30 years.
Fundamentally, if somebody comes in, they're 26 years old, they're not rich.
No,
they're just fundamentally they're coming
unless
to you.
Unless they somehow are rich.
Your goal is to make them richer by their 36.
To
right?
understand,
right, exactly.
To
By the time they're 36, they'll have a house.
Good habits.
Right, exactly.
Start good habits so they can have a financial future and a life that they want. And the fact is that if you save a significant portion of your gross income young, and you get into the habit of doing it, it just becomes
muscle memory.
Exactly. Easy, simple, safe, and then you can do anything because you have that extra and you have the joy of it. And
I
you're not
did all of that, and then I bought WNST and had employees.
And poof!
There it is.
So,
but, it is what it is.
You know what they say? The best time to plant a tree? 50 years ago.
Well, that's fine.
Second best time to plant a tree?
This morning.
Right now.
Right now. Absolutely.
So we're at Pizza John's, first time ever.
Well, I'm planting your tree on pizza here, right
60,
here.
First time ever, right now.
Well, it is amazing that the Northern Lights happened my birthday week. It's a number one thing on my bucket list.
Stunning.
Totally number one. And it happened 12 hours ago,
sisters
literally.
Were shooting pictures and putting
so
it on the
I'm going
web
to come back and tell my Northern Lights story with you because I haven't told it yet. So, and I don't know that I'll get a chance to do that after the Commanders and the Ravens. All sorts of stuff. We've lost Phil Jackman. I'm going to be honoring him all week as well. So if you hear that mixed in, if you hear our Capital Center, the Capital Center thing wound up being perfect because I didn't even think how perfect it was going to be for a Baltimore-Washington football week.
There you go.
And I've run it all week. And the amazing thing is Dean's here in Essex, and Dean hates D.C. and all that. I went to the Capital Center, saw Fleetwood Mac with you and the Eagles in the 70s.
Beautiful.
And he's more, and I'm thinking, that's the thing we shared.
Right.
That is the thing we shared. Baltimore and Washington, we shared the Orioles. We didn't want to share the Orioles. The Baltimore people didn't.
No.
But the Capital Center.
Capitals.
That was a shared experience for us, I think. So,
absolutely.
In a week where we're not going to share anything with them, certainly not Jaden Daniels.
No.
We're here at Pizza John's. I have Raven scratch-offs to give away. Leonard Raskin's going to get one of these. Everybody here at Pizza John's today's going to grab this. I'm here all afternoon. My birthday is Monday the 14th. We lost Phil Jackman this week. We had the Northern Lights. The baseball team got eliminated. Greg Bader got put in charge of Mass. I got all sorts of things that happened here this week, and we're going to get to some football and more. But I want to come back and talk some more Northern Lights. My thanks to Liberty Pure Solutions for firing up our Oyster Tour, which is now available out on the front of the website. We have our new logo out, our 26th anniversary logo. I did 26 oysters in 26 days last month, replatforming that this month and getting the word out to properly promote 26 really cool local places, shucking oysters, finding interesting ways to serve them for the Oyster Recovery Partnership, which we went over a couple weeks ago. 800 Clean Water is the way to find our friends at Liberty Pure Solutions. My friends at Curio Wellness last week took us out to Maritime Magic. Big appreciation to them. Wendy and I have a Northern Lights thing. I'm sure I'm going to talk Northern Lights with her because I was texting with her when it was going on. She was stuck at an event downtown. I think she was at that Rubenstein event.
Okay.
That got protested, all that.
I heard about that.
So nobody there saw the Northern Lights because they were all inside at 7:30. So my Northern Lights story is next. We're at Pizza John's. It is the Maryland Crab Cake Tour. I'm going to find the crab cake right here on the menu just to let everybody know that they do have a crab cake. Homemade. Important in Essex.
That's right.
With jumbo lump crab meat broiled, 1 5-ounce half, 2 5-ounce wholes, right there available. $18.95, $35.94, $45. Pizza John's in Essex has a crab cake, so it is the Maryland Crab Cake Tour. Also, our friends at Jiffy Lube Multi-Care will deliver Luke Jones here for his birthday.
There you go.
This is his favorite place in the world. You know that, right?
No. Now I know.
No, Luke's favorite place. He will drive. He lives in Pennsylvania.
Right. I know. That I knew.
I thought he'd have a better chance of seeing the Northern Lights. I saw him and he didn't. And he lives on a farm. But he drives to Essex. His family is Essex-based as a kid.
There you go.
So he's been coming here
Gotta
his whole
come.
life, too. So Luke is fired up for some birthday pizza.
Beautiful.
I've already had 2 slices of my favorite birthday pizza. Leonard's going to maybe eat some pineapple pizza
I'm gonna
before
do
it's
it.
all
Oh,
over
I'm
with.
definitely gonna do
He's
it.
definitely going to go out here with a cheesesteak and some meatball subs. And for being our contestant tonight, Leonard Raskin will take home great prizes from Pizza John's. We're back for more in Essex. The Northern Lights. Even in Dundalk. My kid
you
took
go.
a picture of the Northern Lights
you
in
go.
Dundalk.